Some moments seem small, but they break timelines in two, before it and after it. This is one of those moments. It begins with a tired boy, a bus ride, and a choice that looked like nothing. But it wasn't nothing. It was everything. 12-year-old Jordan wasn't special. At least, that's what he believed. His shoes were worn. His hoodie had a tear. He lived with his grandma in a one-bedroom apartment on the west side of town, surviving off Social Security checks and frozen dinners. Every day, he rode the same crowded city bus home from school, clutching his backpack like it carried more than homework, like it carried the weight of a life he hadn't chosen. That afternoon was like any other. The bus was packed. He was tired, and when a seat finally opened up, he grabbed it without hesitation, sinking into the faded cushion like it was a throne. He was halfway through pulling out his sketch pad when he saw her. An elderly woman, clearly in pain, was gripping a pole and swaying with every bump in the road. Her hands trembled. Her eyes were closed, but not in rest, in endurance. Jordan's heart pounded. He looked around. No one moved. No one even looked at her. And in that moment, something inside him snapped. He stood up, walked over, tapped her gently on the arm. A man in a sharp suit, sitting a few rows back, had been watching. He stood at the next stop, and as he exited, he gently placed his hand on Jordan's shoulder. "Not many people do what you just did," he said. "You've got something rare." Jordan just blinked, confused. The doors closed, and the man was gone. He didn't think much of it. He was just being decent, right? That night, his grandma asked why he was so quiet. "I just gave my seat away, that's all," he mumbled. But even he knew it wasn't just that. It felt like something had shifted. The next day, everything began to change. Monday morning, Jordan was called into the school office. He assumed it was about overdue lunch payments or missing homework. But the principal smiled kindly and handed him a sealed envelope. "It's for you," she said. "From someone who saw what you did." Inside the envelope was a letter and a card from the desk of William M. Grant, CEO, Grant Foundation for Youth Empowerment. The letter was handwritten. "Dear Jordan, yesterday I watched you give your seat to a stranger. You didn't do it for attention. You did it because it was right. That moment reminded me why I started this foundation, to find young people like you. I'd like to offer you a full scholarship to any private middle school of your choosing, including transportation, supplies, and mentorship. And if you're willing, I'd also like you to be the face of our new kindness initiative. Keep leading. William Grant." Jordan couldn't believe it. He held the paper like it might evaporate. His grandma wept silently at the kitchen table when he read it to her. By the end of the week, Jordan had been transferred to a top-tier private school. He had uniforms now. A bus picked him up at his doorstep. He had new shoes, a mentor, and for the first time, a future that didn't look like struggle. But he never forgot the moment it all started. He later learned the elderly woman he gave his seat to, she was Mr. Grant's mother. That single moment of kindness, that decision to stand when he didn't have to, had created a ripple so powerful, it lifted him out of a life of invisibility and placed him into a world that saw him. Years later, Jordan would speak at that foundation's gala, in a suit of his own, telling a new generation of kids, "You don't need money. You don't need power. All it takes is one choice, to be better than the silence around you. Give someone your seat, and maybe you'll find your own." Most people think success starts with a scholarship, or a breakthrough, or a chance. But what if it starts with kindness? What if the small moment you're ignoring is the exact door you've been praying for? You're not invisible. The world is watching. Give up your seat, literally or metaphorically, and maybe someone will finally give you your shot. Movie Camera want more stories that prove goodness is power? Subscribe now. Not for us. For the version of you that the world still needs to meet. Collision Yellow Heart.